Fish Hook. I'm Charles. And today we've got another session we're going to do on sous vide. And one of my most favorite, if not the most favorite dish in sous vide is my friend, the salmon. This particular one is a sockeye salmon. I just got it. It's fresh caught from Alaska. It's flown in this week. And this one is 1.6 pounds for a whole fillet. Let's get it out. Show you what we've got. Oh, this aroma is beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? It's about 1 inch thick. So what we're going to do, cut this into 4 fillets. I've got a smaller tank for my sous vide. I picked up some other tanks. Really nice. This thing is all heated up already. What I'm going to do today, we're not going to do a standard sous vide. I have the Jewel app for the ultimate guide for the sous vide salmon. Well, we're going to step it up a notch. We're going to do a fast sous vide. They called for, I think it was 131 degrees on the app for the ultimate salmon. 131 degrees. And that's still flaky. We're going to raise it up about 10 degrees. I went to about 141 on this. We're going to do it for about 12 minutes and feel it. And if it looks like it's flaky enough, otherwise we'll put it back in a little bit more. But in the meantime, yeah, she's just itching for me to set the timer. Let me cut this up. I'm going to season it with black pepper, coarse ground black pepper. I got coarse kosher salt, and I love dill weed. So I'm going to put a splash of dill weed all over it. And of course, olive oil. So let's cut it up. Usually they say, and again, it's your taste. You make it any size you want. 3 fingers is a slice. Well, I'm going to eyeball it. Yep, I'm going to eyeball it. And I'm leaving the skin on. Delicious. So we'll season this up. We'll get it ready. It's just the beauty of sous vide. You can do so much with this and so many variations. You can do the entire meal with a couple, 3 sous vides. That's what I have. You do the whole meal. So let's get some oil. Just lather it. And we're going to put a little splash of it in the pan as well. I mean in the plastic bags, the sous vide bags. Let's get some. Now you can brine it ahead of time. I chose not to do it on this, mainly because I'm hungry and I want to eat. But this is going to be my dinner, and this is going to be really tasty. All right, we'll get some. And again, you guys season it to your own, whatever you like. This is simple. You could garnish it with some peels of a lemon. You could slice a lemon. It's whatever you like, and I like all of the above, but I like to try different things. So we'll just put some dill on here. Oh yeah. Oh, that smell is heavenly. It is heavenly. Take a look at that, guys. Is that not beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Well, let's get it in the bag, and then we're going to get it cooking. And then I will get oil and seasoning on the other side. I'm going to eat the skin on this. There's the splash. You don't want it to stick. Okay. Take care of that one. Let's get the next one. It can get a little messy. But sous vide, that way of cooking, can really master a beautiful piece of meat like this. Can truly master it and take it to another level. Oh, it smells heavenly. I lost my voice this week. I don't know what happened. Just went hoarse on me. But it doesn't stop me from cooking my favorite dishes. Isn't that a beautiful picture? Isn't that gorgeous? Oh yeah. And I'm telling you, it's a no-brainer when you do sous vide. That other big tank I had, I put that one up. That's for really bigger pieces of meat, which I did a lot. But I got a couple of these smaller ones from Every, and I'll have them in the links below. It'll be in my Amazon store. Really nice. I got them with, I'm going to show you, with these racks. There's many different styles out there. I found these to be the best. They just press into place, pull out. They're big rubber grommets. Really, really nice. I'm going to get another bag here because we need it. I got one of my cabinets. That's all it is plastic and vacuum seal. Alright, here we go. Oh man, just look at that. What a gorgeous picture that is. What a gorgeous picture. Season up that skin, it really tastes good. So when we're done sous videing this, and I'll test it to make sure she's flaky, then we're going to put it on a medium-high heat pan, skin side down. We're going to try to crisp it up enough where the skin will curl up, where it'll just naturally lift itself up. All right, so now let me show you how this is. This is really cool. Here we go. Well, we're gonna vacuum seal it, but this just holds them in place. And with this rod over it, there's no way they're gonna float out. It's really light. And this is a nice way to keep things almost in jail while they're underwater. So I'm gonna vacuum seal them real quick, and I will be right back. All right, guys, we've got our vacuuming done. It's just a beautiful, soft piece of meat. The chamber vac does so well. Even if you have a food saver, you can stop the thing See, it starts to pull the oil or start to pull the liquids out. When you see that on the external vacuum machines, you can hit seal right away. It stops the vacuum from pumping and sucking any more out. And this way, you capture all the oil and all the ingredients that you wanted to marinate in. But it looks beautiful. Look at this. And that skin is so good when it's crispy on that. I'm not a proponent of skin on anything, but the skin on the salmon is real healthy. So we got 4 of them. They're all vacuum sealed. And this little jewel here is fantastic. So I'm just going to fold these over, put one in there. It's so cool when you can, and you can make them even more narrow if you need to, and vice versa, of course. Let's put it in here. And it's a nice way to organize. You can put that in here and put other pieces in. You can maximize how much you can do in the tank of the container for the sous vide, providing it's all the same temperature that you're cooking for all the food, of course. All right, just put this there. And look at that. Isn't that the way to go? So this is beautiful. This little sous vide rack and this came from a company called Every, E-V-E-R-I-E, on Amazon. And they had a deal. It was cheaper to buy it with this included as a bundle than the tank separately. So, and we just put them in slowly. And I'm watching it that it doesn't. That is hot. That is hot to the touch. Okay. Green light is on. She is cooking. And let me set the timer. I'm going to do 10 minutes. There we go. Got to give it a minute. The temperature went down about a degree. It's going back up. I had it at 141. We'll give it a minute and then we'll set the timer at 10 minutes. But this is the world of sous vide. They're very uncomplicated. You can do as many seasonings as you like. You can make it as simple as you like. It's really, and let me tell you, it's really simple, but don't cheap out on oil. Buy the best extra virgin olive oil. You won't regret it. It will bring your food to another level, your salads. I cook with it with everything, with macaroni. The long strand, if I'm using the long strand macaroni, like linguine or spaghetti, it has a tendency to stick. So while it's boiling, I'll throw a bunch of oil in there. That'll mix with the hot water and that'll keep my spaghetti or linguine or whatever, the long macaroni, from sticking and clumping together. It's a big deal. Okay, it says the water has heated. Let's cook. Okay. Come on. It's got to reset. It says it heated, but there we go. Start. Okay, timer is started. I put it at 140 degrees. And I'll do it for this camera here. And I'll show you guys. That's what it looks like. You can veer off the course. You're not going to overcook it. You're not going to ruin your food. Not at all. Now, these are more temperamental than a dense piece of meat like chicken or steak, or something of that nature. Pork, very dense. You can let it cook a while. It's fine because it continues to break it down. With this, they said, like with salmon particularly, if it's hit your desired temperature, you can leave it in for the max. They don't really want it in more than like 15 minutes or so, because you don't want it to break it down too much. There's a catch place where you need to be, and you need to stay in that paradigm. But with the denser meats, you have a lot more freedom. I've cooked like the chuck steak. We did a video on chuck steak, like a ribeye. I've cooked some of them 48 hours. Cut it with a fork. It was ridiculous. You can't put it down. That's the other problem with this. But we're gonna let this cook. Look at that tank, is beautiful. You've got to get tanks that are rated for sous vide, high temp. This brand, Jewel, made by Breville, is fantastic. And it's, to the best of my knowledge, goes up to 1100 watt heater in there. That's the highest of all of them. The Anova, I think, is 1000 watt, if I remember right, and I stand to be corrected if I'm wrong. But from what I've recently been reading, I check on it, I am so enamored and so happy and so confident of these jewels. There's so little. Pop them in my backpack. I travel. I take it with me. Oh, it's just fantastic. It's fantastic what you can do with this. And that it Bluetooths, and then you can play with it. Hey, I want to extend the time. Everything's wireless. It's beautiful. As long as you got good Wi-Fi, you can do it. So this is the simple world of sous vide. There are thousands of recipes. We'll be going through them when we've got the next video. Be looking for it. We're going to do a fabulous, and I'm not going to tell you all the ingredients. I don't want to give it away, but it'll be a very sweet and delicious apple chutney. With one of my favorite meats is pork. And instead of a pork chop, this time I'm doing pork shoulder steaks. Buddy, you're gonna lick your lips when you see this. It's good. It's really beyond good. That's how good it is. So hang tight. We'll give this about 10 minutes. I'm gonna take one of them out. I'm gonna feel it. And if it's the right consistency, then we'll take it out and we'll do a nice medium-high sear, skin side down, and don't force it. It'll naturally lift up if it's done right. We did a video with my cousin John one time when we had I think it was cod. It was out of this world, and exactly on there I used my stainless steel pans, which I normally cook with. Made it medium-high, put it on there, and really he was kind of teaching me about this because he was a professional chef before. And if you leave it on there just enough at a medium-high heat, not overpowering, naturally the skin will curl up and it'll come right off. And you'll have a beautiful, nice grilled or charred effect, whatever you're looking for. So guys, I'll touch base with you in about 10 minutes. All right, guys, I just took this out very carefully because it's very hot. I want to test it, so I take them out. Otherwise, they'll continue to cook and I might ruin the batch. And what I'm looking for, see, it's already starting to flake. It's coming apart. This is just right. This is just right. If you can see that, that's what I'm looking for. Just the right consistency. So we're going to take one out. I'm heating up a pan right now. Oh, it smells good. That dill goes so good with salmon. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. This is beautiful. I like this. Oh yeah. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Check it out. Check that out. Is that not gorgeous? Show my camera here. Look at that. Oh yes. This is cooked to perfection. And that was a fast sous vide. But obviously, the The original recipe called for, their top one was 131 degrees for 30 minutes. This is about a half, 3/4 of an inch thick. If it was 1 inch, it'd go 40 minutes, yeah. And it's at 30 minutes. So I cut that way down and up the temperature. And you can play with that a little bit, but pull it out and test it. This is absolutely perfect. There's a fine line with salmon. You overcook it, then it becomes dense. I don't like that. So we're gonna meet up here at the stove. All right, we are ready. Isn't that gorgeous? Skin side down. Just a medium-high heat. We'll sear it just a little. The skin will finish perfect. And little by little, she'll raise up. Oh wow. It smells divine. Oh yeah, see? Look at that. There you go. The moment of truth. Oh, that was it. Crisped up nice on the stove. You can see the albumin, the fat come up. Oh, it's just right. This is heavenly. That's one of the best salmon I've ever had. Oh, you see, I like that when it flakes. Just look at that. Mmm. Give me a break. What is better than this? Tell me, guys. What is better than this? That's what you want. Look at that. When you can just flake it off. If you didn't want the skin, it comes right off. That's cooked perfect. Now I want the skin, but I want to just show you. You know you've nailed it when your salmon will just flake off like that. This is absolutely perfectly cooked. And I am not being biased about that. Oh, wow. You know what the star of the dish is, beside obviously the salmon? That dill took it over. And I think if I would have added some lemon to it, it would have set it up another notch. But that dill made all the difference in the world. Guys, that is how you sous vide salmon. And if you want to do it fast, you play with these recipes. So I'll put it down in the links below. My steps, what degrees. You guys can play with it. It does, how hard is that to pull this out of this thing? Feel it. That's what I did. I felt it and it was just right. It's starting to flake out. You know the consistency. You experiment. It doesn't take anything to pull it out as you're testing your foods and feel it through that. And if it looks like it's the right flakiness, you can feel the firmness of the fish, you take it out. Don't leave it unattended. Watch it, pull it out, and you have questions on it. If you're thinking, stay on top of it, because 10-15 minutes makes all the difference. You go to 20, and if I would have went to 15 or 20 minutes, this might have got way overcooked. It would have been a dried up piece of fish, and I would have ruined something I really liked. That whole slab, they've got a great deal at Publix, 10 bucks a pound for sockeye. That was a $16 piece of fish. You can feed a family of 4 with this, with some nice sides, all from the comfort of your kitchen. And this little guy's doing all the work. Doing all the work. Well, guys, thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed this. We're just scratching the surface with sous vide. There's many other types of cooking I do as well. But sous vide has just revolutionized the simplicity in the kitchen, the effectiveness in the kitchen, and the expected outcomes are expected and achieved every single time. It really is. And I would like to hear success stories from you guys. If you have questions, if you have comments on other types of things you want me to cook or do, put them down there. I'll be glad to listen and do that, and we'll put it in the videos. And let me know about your experiences. I would love to. And if you guys have great recipes, we will test them and incorporate them here and put them on the big tube. Again, thanks so much for watching. I don't know where on the screen it is, but smash that subscribe button. Give us a like. I really hope this was enjoyable. I hope it was real. I don't want to do a lot of fanfare. I just want to be real. This is home. I want to invite you in my home, in my life. This is how I eat. And food is a big deal. It's very important to me. I'm going to suck this in right now. It's very important to have good food no matter what it is. It doesn't have to be very expensive, but you can make a simple dish and raise it up by help of a sous vide or just some cool maneuvers in the kitchen. Oh my goodness. It's like you went to a 4-star restaurant. Guys, I appreciate you. And we're going to get started on another video. And we'll see you on the very next one. Thanks for watching.